I'm Sally Myers, and I am the founder of the Perris and Menifee Chambers of Commerce Student of the Month program. And I'd like to welcome you to our October breakfast this morning. And for those of you that have enjoyed your breakfast, you're welcome to turn your chair around so that way you don't have to scrape your neck or anything. And I'd like to ask you all to please stand. And Cameron Stevens, who is with Student Venture Club, is going to lead us in our prayer. And Mayor Michael Vargas from the city of Perris is going to come forward and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Cameron Stevens.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Let's pray. Father God, we thank you so much for this morning. Thank you for the cool weather. Thank you for the opportunity to be here, to gather together as a family and as a community, Lord, to come alongside of these students who've worked so hard and done so much in their high school career. Lord, we just look forward to this morning to celebrate them and honor them and their achievements. And Lord, we pray that we would just continue to focus on you and all that we do. May we lean on you, Father God, for strength. And for these students, Lord, as they finish out their high school career and look forward to the future, Lord, we know that your plans for them are great. Lord, we thank you for the parents in the room. We thank you for the teachers, the staff, the administrators, the business leaders and community members. Lord, we just thank you for this community that we get to come together and just celebrate together. So, Father, we pray that you would just bless this morning now. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Good morning. Please join me as we honor our nation's colors. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Go Dodgers.
Go Dodgers.
Thank you. You all may be seated. I would like to thank our Superintendent, Grant Bennett, because Grant, you were our MC for September, the month that we begin our program every year. I was away in Sacramento. My husband and I operate Sizzlers up in that area, and I have the opportunity every now and then to do some live TV cooking shows, so that was one of those opportunities. So thank you for emceeing. I heard it was a wonderful breakfast and great students, so I always appreciate you.
Anytime.
Thank you very much. I have a special guest with me this morning. I've actually been married to this gentleman for close to 42 years. My husband, Gary Myers, he's not always able to be here with me, but he is this morning along with the franchisees of the Sizzler restaurants in Boise, Idaho. So I'd like to introduce my husband, Gary, real quickly. And we also have with us Buster Minshew and his darling wife, Gretchen. They're just right on the other side over here. So just thank you. And not everybody gets to meet my husband, so you all get to meet him.
Sure they do.
That is exciting. Okay. Anyway, we are just thrilled about our program. As you know, this program began in the Perris Menifee area in 1998. So we're actually celebrating our 20th year of honoring outstanding students. And we have a mission statement, and it's the same mission statement of when we began in 1992, which is where our program began in the Temecula area. From there, we moved up to Murrieta, Lake Elsinore, and now in the Perris Menifee area. So we've actually been honoring students in these 4 communities for 27 years. And the mission statement is the same today as it was those 27 years ago. And it is how your sons or daughters were honored for our program, and I'd like to share that with you. We are a nonprofit organization where we are honoring outstanding high school, college-bound seniors for their character, their love of learning, how they juggle numerous activities from campus activities to community service to athletics, or persevering through challenging life circumstances. And it's all done in a setting and environment that honors God, our country, community, family, and free enterprise. And I don't really know where you can go to get all that under one roof, but we do it at Student of the Month and in Perris and Menifee. So we are thrilled to be here today. And the students, when we get to that point where you get to hear them, you're going to discover that they all have been selected for various reasons, but it's through that mission statement that the schools make those selections. And every month, from September through May, for these past 20 years, we hear heartwarming stories. They're all unique, they're all different, and all of these students have wonderful passions and gifts that we truly benefit from in our community. So I know that you will all enjoy being here today. I'd like to introduce our students to you, and when I call upon your school, if you'd please stand. So from Paloma Valley High School, we have our assistant principal, Lee Alfred. So Lee, if you want to please stand, welcome you today. And our student is Chelsea Emily Kinvise. Hopefully I said that correct. And your family mentor teacher, please stand. So congratulations to all of you. Heritage High School. Our principal and dear friend of our program for many years is Erica Tejada, and we appreciate you being here, our interim principal. And the student is Madison Ann Feaster. So Madison, if you and your family mentor teacher please stand. Thank you. Perris Lake High School. Our principal, Dean Hauser, and worldwide traveler. And our teacher is Cassandra Naganya. Is that correct? Am I saying that right? Thank you. And you have such a pretty smile. So if you want to stand with your family and mentor teacher, thank you very much. And with Perris High School, our principal, Juan Santos, and our student is Cecilia Manjano, and your family and mentor teacher. Congratulations. We are so excited to have all of you here today. I would like to introduce our Chambers of Commerce, and we have with us this morning from the Menifee Valley Chamber of Commerce, Ben Dieterich, and from the Perris Valley Chamber of Commerce, Tim Moore. And both these gentlemen are going to come forward, and they're going to just take a few moments and congratulate our students. So come on up, Mr. Ben.
You want me to go first? I guess I get to go first. I've been doing this now for 2 years, and it just every time I come to this breakfast and look at the students out there and watch them and hear their stories and stuff, it's just amazing what they do. You can't. I grew up in an era when we didn't care about school. It was there, a necessary nuisance. You went to school, you went home, played and partied, and went back to school the next day, or you just didn't go back to school the next day. But in today's age, the trend has changed, I think. The students are much smarter, know much more than what we do, and the teachers are doing such a great job. It's just amazing to listen to their stories. And of course, the grade point average, that's the key thing. And that's a lot of work to maintain that average and keep it up there. Some of us don't realize how much work they actually put into doing that. And then, of course, you got your civic activities you have to do. It's just a lot of work anymore. But I congratulate all of you. Good luck to you in your future life. I hope you come back to Perris. You grew up here, you went to school here. And we got a couple of people that did that. But it'll be great to help build a future with some other students and other people in this city. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. This is my first time here, so thank you for having me today. On behalf of the Menifee Valley Chamber of Commerce, I'd like to congratulate the students who are being honored today. I've heard great things about this program. This is my first time coming, but the quality and the level of commitment and hard work that the students put in, I hear, is very impressive. So I'm looking forward to hearing everybody's stories, and I wish you the best of luck going forward in your college careers. I'm going to reiterate what Tim said, and I hope that you come back to this community. I grew up in this community and came back, and I hope you'll do the same. So thank you.
And the two chambers have this wonderful certificate that will be in your gift bags when you leave today. I'd like to thank our volunteers. As you know, you're only good as those that you surround yourself with, and our program has wonderful volunteers. And our two chairs are Sarah Rico and Lori Ortel from the Perris Union High School District, and they're in the back over here. And without these ladies, they are magnificent. Thank you. And of course, when I'm out of town, our superintendent, Mr. Grant Bennett, MC, so I always appreciate that. Thank you. We have a special guest with us this morning, a brand new sponsor, and we're delighted to introduce her to you today. It is Tiffany McCree. Tiffany, if you want to stand so everybody can see you. And they are with, she is with Newport Pacific Land Company. They are developing the housing development for Fleming Ranch. So we're very excited to have them join us in our program this year, so thank you so much. And just sort of a little side note, because John Patterson, one of their principals in the project, was an original developer in our area many years ago, and he was part of our program. And when he started this new program, he said to his team, go find the Student of the Month program. So that is the tradition and value that we have in the program, and obviously it's just very fun to see people come back that that want to make this their special home for their community. So we appreciate that. We have many sponsors with us today, and if you take your program and open it, you will see that we have breakfast sponsors, we have our gift sponsors, our dignitaries, and on the back of the program we have our Student of the Year scholarship sponsors. So I get the delight and privilege and pleasure to introduce those that are here today. And so we have with us Karina Koletsky from Altura Credit Union. Miss Karina, thank you very much for being here today. We also have Gloria Wolnick from Azusa Pacific University. Thank you, Gloria. From the city of Menifee, our council member, Greg August. Mr. Greg, where is Mr. Greg? Right there. And from the city of Perris, we have our mayor, Michael Vargas. We have Nancy Salazar, our city clerk, Judy Hani, or actually our city clerk, Nancy Salazar, and our assistant city clerk, Judy Hani. So thank you from the city of Perris. Appreciate you all. And our county supervisor, Marion Ashley's office, we have Amber Smalley. Good morning, Amber. Good to see you. From CR&R, Ignacio Valdivia. Thank you very much, Ignacio. Eastern Municipal Water District, Marlia Ortliff. Thank you, Malia. International Auto Crafters, Annie Petrelli. Good morning, Annie. Mount San Jacinto College, Mary Lou Dillard. Thank you. Perris Union High School District, of course, our superintendent, Grant Bennett, Lori Ortel, Sarah Rico. We have Candace Raines. Where's Miss Candace? And we have Dr. Charles Newman. Good to see you, Dr. Charles, and welcome. Joe Williams and Kirk Skrpanik. So good to see you all this morning. Thank you so much. From the Riverside County Office of Education, representing our superintendent, Dr. Judy White, is Clarissa Fernandez. Good morning, Clarissa. And from Star Milling Company, Greg Carls. Thank you. So let's give them all a great round of applause. The neatest thing about our program is that we have been able to incorporate, through the generosity of our community, a scholarship program. So each one of our students have the opportunity to compete for a scholarship among students from their own school. You'll receive that scholarship application in the springtime. You'll have plenty of time to complete it, and I encourage all of you to be very, very diligent and complete that scholarship. It will represent close to $2,900 or more of scholarship dollars for the school that you choose to go to. And so it is very fun. There's an amazing process that we go through to judge those, and it really is quite an experience to do that process. And then we come back to a final event. It will be a dinner, and that location will be announced soon, and we will honor those students that receive the Student of the Year Scholarship Award. And so you come back with your family and get to share that final conclusion of your story there. I'd like to introduce those scholarship sponsors that are here today. We have Eastern Municipal Water District, Malia Ortloff. Thank you, Malia. International Auto Crafters, Annie Petrelli. Les Schwab Tire Center in Perris, Brady LeBlanc. So Mr. Brady, thank you very much. The Menifee Valley Chamber of Commerce, Ben Dieterich. Mount San Jacinto College, Mary Lou Dillard. The PUMA, which is Perris Union Management Association, Eric Tejada. And we know you all do golf tournaments and all kinds of things throughout the year to raise funds, so we appreciate your generosity for that. The Rotary Club of Menifee, Mike Brennans, so thank you very much for that. Star Milling, Greg Carls. So thank you. Let's give them all a great round of applause. We have some special Student of the Year gift sponsors, and one is CRNR with Ignacio Valdivia, so thank you for always helping out with that as well. I'd now like to introduce our dignitaries, and you all are welcome to come forward and stand over here by this wonderful gentleman by the camera, and you'll speak in this order. From the City of Perris, our Mayor Michael Vargas. From the City of Menifee, our Council Member Greg August. From Assemblywoman Melissa Melendez's office, Samantha Stillwell. From Assembly Member Jose Medina, Cesar Gomez. Senator Mike Morell's office will be Heather Perry. Senator Richard Roth's office will be Karina Tamao. From our County Supervisor Marion Ashley's office, Amber Smalley. Riverside County Office of Education, Clarissa Fernandez. And to conclude our dignitary remarks will be Grant Bennett from our Superintendent's office. Thank you.
Bienvenidos, konnichiwa, Josan Neoma. It's always wonderful to follow Sally Myers because the microphone is just right. Usually I'm always dragging it way down, so I appreciate that. So good morning, boys and girls, parents, teachers, school staff, everybody that's here. But for the students, we're all here for you and what you've accomplished. And being Student of the Month is a great and a grand ordeal. And I applaud you for what you do, and I encourage you to keep doing it. Give that 110%. And as many folks have said today, you're probably going to keep hearing it too. Come back to your communities and give back to your communities. And it's our job as our public officials is to bring in good jobs. Well, first of all, let's backtrack. It's our high school educators, all the educators from K through 12's job first to get you studied, prepare you to go out there into that workforce. And it's our job as public officials is to hopefully attract good businesses that have good paying jobs to bring you back and want you to make you stay in Perris and Menifee and give back to your communities. So congratulations on behalf of the mayor and the city council. You'll be receiving a certificate, and we look forward to seeing you come back. If we do come back, hopefully we'll go on a train ride or take a flight or maybe jump off a plane. Lots of things to do in Perris.
Well, thank you very much. I am Councilman Greg August from the City of Menifee, and let me say that only somebody as wonderful and caring as Sally Myers can last 27 years. I've been doing this for 6 years, and I still haven't learned how to keep my comments down to 30 seconds. So, as I've said before, the City of Menifee, we're very, very happy to be here to support this wonderful program that celebrates and recognizes outstanding performance by some of our young students in the community. From everyone at the City of Menifee, we want to congratulate Chelsea, Cassandra, Madison, and Cecilia for being selected Student of the Month. But we'd be remiss if we didn't talk a little bit and say thank you to the parents and the coaches and the teachers and the friends of all the students that helped make this day possible. We also have a certificate for you and a gift bag. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm here on behalf of Assemblywoman Melissa Melendez. We want to congratulate all of the students and just say how proud we are of all of the students in our district for their strength and determination throughout the school year. But don't forget, you still have a few more months left. You haven't graduated yet. So keep going, persevere, and I know you'll do great. Congratulations.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Cesar Gomez, and I'm here on behalf of California State Assembly Member Jose Medina. And on behalf of the Assembly member, it is my pleasure to congratulate the students that are being recognized this month, and we wish them the best for future success. Congratulations.
Good morning, my name is Heather Perry. I'm here on behalf of State Senator Mike Morrell. I'm here to wish all of the students congratulations, and to the teachers and principals, great job on what you've done so far, keep doing it, and to the parents, great job as well. Good luck and congratulations, thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Karina Tamayo. I'm here from Senator Richard D. Roth's office. And on behalf of Senator Richard D. Roth, it is my honor to congratulate all of the recipients of Student of the Month. And I want to congratulate as well the parents for all of your hard work and determination supporting the students. We wish all of the students the best of luck in accomplishing all of your future endeavors. Congratulations once again.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of Riverside County Supervisor Marion Ashley's office, we would like to congratulate you on receiving the Student of the Month award. We would really like to thank you for not only your commitment to education, but also positively impacting all the people around you. So thank you again.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Clarissa Fernandez. I'm here on behalf of Dr. Judy D. White, Superintendent of Schools for Riverside County. And on behalf of Dr. White, I'd like to congratulate each and every one of the students, family members, teachers, principals, on becoming the Student of the Month and helping the students. Congratulations and good luck on everything you do after senior year.
Well, good morning. I'm Grant Bennett, the superintendent for the Perris High School District, and I want to say congratulations to all of our students for all the hard work they did to get here. But you couldn't have done it without the backup of your parents and your support system at home and your support system at the school site. So I want to congratulate them also. We're very proud of what we do in the Perris High School District, and the four here are just 4 examples of the great students that we have within our district. I get to do the fun thing for you because you see all the baskets over here with all the goodies in it? Those all come from sponsors, and you're gonna all get to write out a thank you card to all the sponsors of this event. That means handwritten. You don't get to take your Chromebook and word process it and then print it out and tape it in. No, it's handwriting. And then you're probably going, well, how do I know who to send all the cards to? We just so happen to have a 3-page list of people that you get to send all the cards out to. And then you're probably thinking, it's going to cost me 50 cents for each one of those I mail. That's a lot of money, a 3 pages thing. No, what you do is once you have them all filled out, you take them to your principal at your school site, and the school district will pay for those to be mailed out to all of our sponsors. Because we want to make sure we're thanking them for their support, because without their support, we don't have this program. But on behalf of the Perris High School District Board of Trustees, I want to say congratulations to everyone, all the students here today. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We have amazing dignitaries that are loyal and faithful to our program and love being able to hear your stories, and then they go share them with all the other folks within their sphere of influence. We appreciate that. As Grant was saying, that there are a number of thank you notes that you get to write to these incredible gift sponsors, and we have several of them here today. And we have Altura Credit Union with Karina Colzetti. Thank you for being here and part of our gift program, along with the City of Menifee and the City of Perris and all the fun things that you provide to represent your city. And Eastern Municipal Water District, thank you very much, Malia, for your special gift. International Auto Crafters, we thank Lori for what you provide to us as well. And we have special gifts from New Life Fellowship, Pastor Ted Norton, and the Bible that you provide, and Perris Valley Chamber of Commerce, the special gift certificate that you give to them. And the Perris VFW Post 88, Tim Moore, thank you for the gift that you provide. Reflections Christian Fellowship, Pastor Don Meinberg, and the Bible Promise Book that you're giving our students. And you'll get some special gifts from each of your school sites. And Sizzler Restaurant, you receive something from Sizzler. And of course, we shared with you the special gifts that you get from the Perris Union High School District. So we are so excited. And in addition, and some of those sponsors aren't here, but you're gonna get to go to a lot of restaurants, you're gonna get to do so many fun things, and you might have a lot of your friends want to join you because you're gonna have a bag of all kinds of goodies. So we know that you will truly enjoy that. It's now time to start our student presentation, something that you all have been waiting for. And I wanted to share a little bit with you how that program will work. When it is your turn to share, and you're going to go in the order of the program this morning, so we will begin with Paloma Valley High School, we will conclude with Perris High School, and then Grant Bennett will conclude our remarks for the morning. And when you do come forward, you'll stand, the principal will stand right behind the podium, the mentor teacher right here, the student right here, you're gonna be almost shoulder to shoulder, and then the rest of the family and special guests will be over here. And so you'll kind of be like a little half moon, standing real close, because Randy Hughes and all of the special folks and the students from Paloma Valley High School that are videotaping want to make sure that everybody can be seen, all right? And then the principal will share about a minute, and then our student will have about 2.5 minutes to share, and then the teacher will share, and then a family member will share. And so students, when it's your turn to share, I'm going to just summarize this for you briefly. You'll want to introduce your family and your guests, introduce your mentor teacher, share a little bit about your college and career goals, share about your current life on campus, and then we want you to answer one or more of the following questions, and they are, what do you believe is your greatest contribution to your community, school, or family? Or what do you think is the most significant life lesson that you will take with you to college? Or how do you plan on giving back to our community or paying it forward? Or the final question, share a personal story that demonstrates an obstacle that you have overcome. And so when you start to share those stories, you might say an obstacle that I've overcome is, or the greatest life lesson I've ever learned is, because if not, Mr. Santos, you're gonna remind them because you're right up front, okay? He's also gonna be the person that's gonna squeeze everybody together if you get a little too separated, all right? Because you're right in front, you get that job today. and so it'll be a lot of fun to hear your stories, and you really do just speak from your heart. And families, we just appreciate you so much, and we'll appreciate your sharing as well. So with that, let's begin with our very first school. And of course, it is going to be Paloma Valley High School. I will leave the program up at the podium, so that way the principals know who to invite up next. And remember, the microphone goes up and down, and you just want to speak clearly into the microphone. So there we go. Let's get you all set up here.
Good morning, everyone.
Alrighty, perfect.
Good? All right. My name is Lee Alfred. I am assistant principal at Paloma Valley High School. I've had the opportunity here, Ms. Tomasian asked me to come and represent the school and introduce Ms. Chelsea Kevinsay, who is an out student representation of what we ask of our students at Paloma Valley High School. And we have a lot of amazing things going on our campus, and as you'll see as we have people present, Chelsea is a direct reflection of what it is to be a Wildcat. I got to know a little bit more about her this morning. She shared with us that she's going to take her scholarship and donate it to the administrators at Paloma, which is awesome. So, just kidding. No. But what she did share was that her freshman year, her counselor put her in choir, which she was not expecting. And I said, wow, that's amazing. So you can sing. And she said, no. But she learned how to sing, right? Yeah, and she thought that was an amazing experience. And so what she's going to share a little bit about is her experience with Paloma and her goals and aspirations as she moves forward and she leaves us next year. So I would like to go ahead and introduce to you Chelsea Kevinsay.
Well, unfortunately, I'm not going to sing today. Good morning. My name is Chelsea Kevinsay from Paloma Valley High School. I am beyond grateful to receive this recognition because it stands for something more than a high grade point average, but for who I am. And I credit that to the people beside me in this room today. Without each and every one of their lessons, I wouldn't be who I am. And especially for my mom, who has shown me unbelievable patience. She takes care of everything so that I may focus my attention in school. My godmother, who has demonstrated that there can be a balance between science and religion, and Mrs. West, for in as much depth I learned about anatomy from her, she also made sure that I never lost touch with the human aspect of everything we learn in a textbook. The way she teaches truly creates future doctors. The biggest obstacle that I've had to overcome happened when I was in the 6th grade. My 11-year-old self would have never imagined that I would be standing here today. At the age of 11 is when I first experienced what it felt like to have the immense pressure of what it takes to do well in school. Every day was a struggle. I woke up every morning with migraines, and I woke up every morning in a panic, crying from the mental exhaustion, creating a physical exhaustion. I was in and out of the hospital, and I missed school for 2 weeks. I felt like I was drowning, and I didn't know which way was up. It's funny, because the feeling of anxiousness is so universal. We've all experienced it before. Yet, how can an emotion so common make you feel so alone? Finally, the doctors had an answer for me. They told me that I had an anxiety disorder. And at the time, I didn't know what this meant. I thought it meant that I was too weak. Too weak to handle school and too weak to handle any challenges that life bears. But in time, I learned to use this to my advantage. I let it be the thing that pushes me to be the best, and I let it be my strength. And now, 6 years later, I'm top 25 in my school. I joined Pep Squad, I'm in Biomed, AVID. I did many years of community service, and I have dreams of going to medical school. I'm extremely honored that my hard work got me here and that I'm a part of this program. And lastly, I'd like to thank the sponsors for making this program what it is.
Made me cry, I can't talk now. My name is Jennifer West, and I have been Chelsea's science teacher for 2 years while she's at Paloma. I first met her in her sophomore year when she was a student in my Project Lead the Way Biomedical Science Pathway class, Human Body Systems. I could tell right away that she took the class very seriously, she really took pride in her work, and she very much enjoyed the clinical aspects of the program. I was really happy the next year when she volunteered to be a peer tutor for that same class. She also enrolled at the same year in my Honors Anatomy and Physiology class, and I thought, oh great, now I get to challenge her. She not only rose to the challenge, but she seemed to really enjoy reading and studying her college level anatomy textbook and would come in all the time and ask me questions that I couldn't answer. I really knew she was my kind of girl when she texted me a photo of her at one of our football games doing her study sets on her phone between plays. I still have that picture, I love it. Chelsea has a very clear vision of life after high school, and she is willing to do whatever it takes for as long as it takes to make that happen. I am so honored to have been part of her early journey, and I hope that she will come back and speak to my students when she is Dr. Candace.
I didn't expect to get emotional up here. I would have brought my tissues. But first, I want to thank all the committee and sponsors and the educators for this special recognition. My name is Mary Din. I am Chelsea's aunt and godmother. Chelsea, she's a very special young lady, and I think many of you would know in just a brief conversation with her. Even as a young child, she demonstrated herself to be extremely intelligent and wise beyond her years. Every year, she excelled beyond our expectations. She has always been self-motivated to do her best and put her effort in anything she does. For example, her academics. She will spend hours on end to the point where her own parents would have to remind her, it's time to take a break. You need to eat or even go to sleep. I kid you not that we would even have to tell her that getting B's are okay, as long as you did your best. Even in situations like that, she still pushed herself to get those A's. That she well deserves with the determination and dedication that she puts in her work. Aside from her unquestionable intellect, she has a heart of gold in which she stands for what is right and is moved to make a positive difference in this world. She is thoughtful, she is kind, and I know whatever path she chooses in her advanced education, any profession, and community would be lucky to have such a scholar and professional. We're so proud of you, Chelsea, and we love you.
So again, on behalf of Paloma Valley High School, we want to thank everyone for inviting us here today. So now we want to bring up Heritage High School. Heritage? Yes. All right, and Principal Erica Tejeda. Excuse me. Thank you, everyone.
Hi, good morning, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank everyone for being here today and supporting our amazing students. And just to plug in, I'm a graduate of Perris High School, so you can always give back to the community. It's what we do, we give back. This morning, I'm extremely honored to announce Miss Madison Feaster, who is also our FFA president. And it's a very busy fair season, you know, for us, but she's here today with her parents and her amazing teacher. But I need to share something extremely amazing about this young lady is she not only has extremely difficult classes, a full load FFA president, but she's top 12 in the nation for a science project that she did titled The Effects of Interaction with Farm Animals on Human Stress Levels. I participated in that. I thought, I'm gonna go look at sheep, but it worked. It just relaxes you and puts you in a different space and you're like, this is gonna be okay. So she is top 12 in the nation. In 2 weeks, she'll be at the national convention where she has to meet with a panel of judges, and from the top 12 in the nation, they're going to pick 3. So positive vibes to Madison. She's one of our top 3 students. And then she gets to tour Washington, D.C., West Virginia. I mean, it's an amazing opportunity for her. She would like to attend Oklahoma State University to major in zoology as well. And she's just a dedicated young lady with a passion to serve others. She's a role model for not only the students, but FFA as well, because she gives her all. I mean, she couldn't do this without the support of her parents and her amazing teachers, so it's truly an honor to have Madison here today and to be able to represent her. Madison.
Hi everyone, my name is Madison Feaster. Today I have with me my mom and my dad. I just want to thank them for supporting me, encouraging me to push myself to limits I didn't even know I could reach. So I wanted to thank them for that. And I also have my agricultural chemistry teacher, Miss Moratzis. She's also my coach for the nursery landscape team with FFA. She's encouraged me to do a lot with an FFA. She got me really involved. And again, she just pushes me to do stuff I didn't even know I could do. So I'm really thankful for my family and my teacher. So I believe my greatest contribution to my school is that I have left my legacy. At Heritage, we really strive to encourage kids to leave their legacy, so I believe I left mine. I believe my legacy is to inspire others to do more than I could, to continue to make the ones around us better than it just continues to spread. So I encourage somebody else encourages another, and it just spreads throughout the entire school, and I feel like that's the legacy I have left. And I believe that is my greatest contribution. In my school, I am involved with National Honor Society, California Scholarship Federation, and I am heavily in FFA. As she said, I am president. I show a pig. I have chickens, rabbits, nursery landscape team, and it's something that kind of pushes me to do more than I want to do because it makes me happy. As Ms. Tejeda said, I plan to attend college at Oklahoma State University to major in zoology so that I can have a career in rehabilitation, conservation, or even like a zookeeper. So today I would like to thank our sponsors for coming out and supporting all of the students today. Thank you for your support and recognizing those students for being outstanding and being involved with the community. So I wanted to say thank you so much. I'd like to introduce my teacher, Maggie Moratzis.
Thanks, Matt. So her comments about legacy actually dovetails really nicely into mine. We didn't even plan that. So our school-wide expected learning outcomes at Heritage High School spell out the acronym LEGACY, and so for Madison, I just wanted to show how she exemplifies each of those character traits. For Elle, she is currently the president of our FFA chapter, and she's well respected by her peers, which is not a tricky thing to do in a chapter of 800 people. She's incredibly responsible with her work for our chapter activities and is honest when she needs help or advice, which is also something that's kind of rare for someone her age. She has a great amount of integrity in her work and has served as a freshman class link crew leader multiple times this year and last year. For E, Madison has only been really active for the past 2 years in FFA and has already earned herself several outstanding accolades in our organization, not the least of which is being the first student in Heritage FFA history to make that national level competition with her science fair project. Madison is always willing to give her time and knowledge to help others in our chapter and is a member of several other clubs on campus, which she mentioned. She challenged herself with a full course load of rigorous classes, and she maintains a high GPA while doing all this extracurricular stuff on our farm and all these other clubs. She's extremely respectful of students and staff alike, and no one who knows her could ever say that she is knowingly rude or unhelpful to anyone she meets. She's like the most positive person you'll ever meet. And especially over the past 2 years, she's dived heads into our livestock projects on our farm. She's really only been active in FFA for like 2 years, really. And she's done so much already in that short amount of time and earned these accolades. And so everything that she's doing is preparing her for a career in zoology. But I got her onto my nursery landscape team, which is all about plants, so go figure. She'll text me like pictures of this, be like, oh, is this plant? Yes, it is. So she picks it up quickly. So Madison, thank you for all of your hard work these past 4 years in our program.
Hi, my name is Mike Feaster. I'm Madison's father. I wasn't supposed to be speaking today, so I'm a little unprepared. But we're very proud of our daughter. She, like Ms. Marazza said, she's dove headfirst into FFA. Like she said, she's only been doing it for 2 years. Prior to that, she was an athlete. She played basketball. She played organized sports basketball, travel basketball, AAU basketball, and then played 2 years at Heritage, and then decided, okay, well, I want to dive into animals now and leave my sports career behind me. Being short as she is, it's probably a good idea. So, but you know, she is short. She has the biggest pig on the farm. She drives the biggest vehicle that you're allowed to drive on the road, a Ford Excursion. But we're very, very proud of her. Our house almost looks like a little FFA farm now. We've got plants all over the place. We have a baby rabbit she brought home that they were either going to put down or put away because it wasn't being fed by its mom, so she brought it home. She's nursed it back to health. She should be showing that at the next fair, so we're very proud of her and look forward to seeing what she does in college. And thank you for everybody here supporting her, the sponsors, and everybody. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next, I'd like to introduce Perris Lake High School, Mr. Dean Hauser.
Thank you, Erica. Big crowd up here, big crowd. Get in time. Mr. Santos will start doing this too. Cassandra Madonna is the student month for Perris Lake High School. And the reason why, you know, every time we do the student month, we, like other schools, you get lists from teachers, and, you know, in terms of why that person should be student of the month. And at our school, because it's small, it's a second chance school. There are also those students who think about, you know, I'm going to show up at the lake and I'm going to head back. I'm going to go back to where I started, which I know this young lady wants to do that. She'll talk a little bit about that. But we were doing, when the names started coming in, we had the, it's not a senior project, but Ms. Puente puts on a program where we start getting our kids ready. They want to work. They want to get that job, help them get through school. And so we go through the interview process in terms of getting that job. And, you know, there's a small group that has the wonderful opportunity of coming to my office, and I get to interview them. So just the fact they have to come in my office, and she's never in my office. I mean, she's not a problem kid, so I'm not going to see her too often. And I just see her on campus. So she came in and sat down. And, you know, she was already on that list from people in terms of being student of the month. And what I realized after I interviewed her was it was as good an interview as I've had with people I've hired. It wasn't because it was a student. This is somebody, this is who, we should hire her. And that's why I told her at the end of the interview. And I think the reason why is because we all know this when we interview. It's not just the cliche. answers that we get. It's somebody that promotes a picture of knowing who they are and what you want to see, what you want in front of you, or to present your business or your vision. And I will tell you, Cassandra does that certainly for us, and I know she'll do that for that next school she's coming to sometime in January. She'll tell you a little bit about that, Paloma Valley. Okay, so the Student of the Month for Perris Lake High School's Cassandra Magana.
Good morning, staff, students, and members of Perris Union High School District. I'd like to start off with thanking the sponsors for taking the time to invest into the future of the students being recognized this morning. My name is Cassandra Magana. I would like to take a moment to introduce my family. This is my dad, my mom, my sister, my best friend, and my guest teacher, Ms. Puente. I was born in San Diego, California, and I lived most of my childhood there until about the age of 10. I have always been a struggling student and never really had good grades. I always complained about how hard school was and always had a bad attitude. As I grew up, I came to realize it was my bad attitude that was in the way. Now that I'm older, I have changed my ways and learned to help others and care for them. I have learned to have a more positive attitude and be involved with school and earn grades I did not always feel was possible. I have excelled at Perris Lake High School, although I really didn't want to go there. I remember being at my old school and hearing Mr. Hauser talk about Perris Lake and how they will help us succeed, but most importantly, graduate. I was still not convinced. I remember looking at my mom and saying, if you send me there, I will get in a fight the first day just to get expelled. And look at me now. I am here today at my second year at Perris Lake High School, doing well in all those things I did not care much for at the other time. And I am happy to announce that I will be going back to Paloma Valley High School next semester to graduate. I am lucky my parents made the choice to send me to Perris Lake. I don't have to impress anyone or worry about other things, because I can be myself and reflect on how far I have come and how much further I can go. With programs like ASB, I have become more involved with school, my peers, and my teachers. It motivates me more to reach out to others and become a support system to better themselves. After high school, I would like to continue to care for others in a more professional way and become a nurse. I would like to help others and help those in need and inspire those who have the same goals and dreams as I do. Last but not least, I would like to thank those who have helped me throughout my journey, especially the people with me here today. And to the rest of you, thank you for being here and believing in us and our future. This is my guest teacher.
Good morning, and thank you for taking the time to invest in all of our students. As you can see, Cassandra has a very, very contagious type of a personality. It was an honor to have her for both English and ASB. In English, as Mr. Hauser said, she just rocked that mock interview. She was just so nervous. I mean, she was just literally just shaking that morning and had no idea. Miss Blunt, I'm really so nervous, but she just did such an amazing job. She looked so professional, had such a wonderful character, and wonderful attitude, and she just came back and she was like, yes, I did it. And then when she heard the feedback, the comments, it was even better. It was just, she's just such an inspiration. She's very independent. She is very contagious with her personality, her character, with all of our kids in ASB. She's brought that little spark back that we haven't had in a long time back to our campus, getting students involved. She was one of our students that was helped leading on to some of the major events that we've had recently on our campus. Our second annual mental health fair just went smoother than it ever did. Also, when we had our councilman come visit our campus along with the mayor, everything went very well. She just had the energy to put behind it. Some really good ideas to take off with, and you can just see that she's got a strong character, a reflection that comes obviously from her family, very respectful, very loving, very caring, and I just like to take the time to appreciate not only the staff here, but also our parents and everybody that is our support system for students like Cassandra. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Maria Magaña, Cassandra's mom. I want to say congratulations on your work and that we are proud of you. Keep being the person you are. You are going to graduate soon, so keep the hard work you are putting in. And you'll see the results before you know it. We love you, congratulations, and thank you all the sponsors.
All right, thank you guys. and sit down. Thank you. I'd like to introduce to you the principal at Perris High School, Juan Santos.
Good morning, everybody, and thank you to all the sponsors and community members who could make it here today to honor all of our students. I'd like to introduce to you our student of the month at Perris High School. Her name is Cecilia Mandujano. And just a little story about them. The parents immigrated from Michoacan when she was young. She started school here in the United States. When she was little, she started taking animals in, and she started trying to help the animals and started trying to get them to be better with their health. And so she was very curious about working with animals when she was young, and so this has developed into a passion that she has been able to nurture while working with our teachers at Perris High School. You'll hear a little bit more about the work that she does at FFA in a little bit, but her passion for working with animals was also contagious enough that her younger sister, who is now a 9th grader at our school, is also involved in the FFA program, and she tells me that she's even better than her. I don't know about that, but it's nice to be able to see that as a role model, me, the oldest in our family, that the younger siblings are able to kind of see her passion for working with animals and that they're developing that same interest. One of the things that I'm very proud of just in listening and kind of getting to know her a little bit is that when she started school, she was an English language learner, Spanish being her first language, and now as she's kind of gone through high school, she has taken AP classes and she's done all the necessary work for her to be able to be competitive and also be one of our top students so that she can apply to go to Chico State this year, hopefully. That's the goal, and one of her main goals is to become an agriculture science teacher and hopefully come back to Perris High School. She's already talked to Mr. Cousins about taking his job, so that's a good thing. And with that, I'd like to introduce Cecilia.
Hi, so like how Mr. Santos said, I do plan on going to Chico State and hopefully studying agriculture education and coming back to take Mr. Cousins' job. I really like the way that agriculture education works, mainly because teachers like Ms. Thomas spend so much time with students and have such a big impact on them. I plan on doing that because I've seen that she makes such a big impact on students, and to me personally, she's like another mom. So in school, currently I am part of the Friday Night Live Club, and we do like mental health fairs and stuff. I also do FFA heavily. I'm currently the vice president of FFA at my chapter, or school, sorry. And then I'm Riverside Section president and Southern Region vice president. That's been a really big thing to do because Ms. Thomas is always like, I want a Southern Region president. And that didn't happen, but she got a vice president, and that's still a big job to do. It's been really great to just go through FFA because I didn't think I would be here. I just hit the podium. I didn't think I would be here today doing what I'm doing just because I used to be the very shy kid in school, and Ms. Thomas used to push me a lot my freshman year, but I didn't do much, and that's something I do regret, which leads me into my life lesson. In college, I hope to do the most that I can, just because my freshman year I didn't do some of the public speaking contests that they have, so I didn't do Creed and I didn't do opening closing. I didn't do a lot of stuff. I just did livestock, and that's what I stuck to, and that's something I do regret because that's something I would have wished I had competed in. And so with that, I'd like to thank the sponsors and thank you to everyone for being here today to honor the Student of the Month kids. And with that, I'd like to introduce Ms. Thomas, my teacher.
When Cecilia was a freshman, she came to me looking for ways to get involved in FFA, and so that's really unique. She's always looking for new opportunities to learn. She has influenced so many students in FFA around Southern California. Like she said, she's Southern Region FFA Vice President, so she's responsible for leading FFA in Southern California, which is like 54 schools, so it's a really big job. Because of her service to others, the ripple effect of her students, or of her steadfast mentality, which is her favorite word, and resilience to failure will be seen in the Perris FFA program and around Southern California for years to come. I asked several FFA members how Cecilia has changed their life, and this is what they shared with me. So these are quotes from some students. So Cecilia took the time to teach me. I was successful because of her. That came from Ivy Manera, one of our Perris FFA students. Adam Pendergraph, he's from San Jacinto FFA. said that she's made a difference in my life because she is always there for me and helps me bring myself up after a mess up. Amy Sanchez from Perris FFA said that she has made a difference in my life because she makes everyone feel loved. Every time I was in doubt or a stressful situation, Cecilia is always there to give me a boost in confidence. That came from Dennis Bunner from Heritage FFA. Daniel Rodriguez from Perris FFA said that Cecilia has made a difference in my life because she's always striving for the sky, but always there to help others on her way up. And last but not least, Crystal Estrella, graduated last year, said that Cecilia inspires me to never give up and always strives to do better. Cecilia, congratulations on being selected Student of the Month. I can't wait to see what else you can accomplish this year and in the years to come.
Hola, buenos días. Mi nombre es Lidia Mandujano. Soy la orgullosa madre de Cecilia Mandujano. Estoy muy orgullosa de ella porque siempre llegan a casa muy buenas calificaciones, reconocimientos y comentarios de los maestros. Ceci tiene muchas cualidades, pero su mejor cualidad, a mi criterio, es que no ha demostrado miedo a los retos y por el contrario, ha demostrado confianza en ella misma y coraje para lograr lo que ella se propone y salir triunfante en lo que hasta ahora la vida le ha puesto enfrente. Yo espero siga así para que siga alcanzando todas sus metas. Gracias a todos por escucharme y en especial a los patrocinadores.
So, welcome everybody, good morning. Her name was Lidia Mandujano, and she's the proud mother of Cecilia Mandujano. She is very proud because one of the greatest things that she's been able to accomplish and that she's very proud of with Cecilia is that she brings home really good grades, and she gets a lot of recognitions and great comments from her teachers in terms of how successful she can be. The best quality that in her criteria that she has seen Cecilia demonstrate is that she has no fear with regards to the challenges that come in her way. And as a matter of fact, she has demonstrated that she has a determination and the will to be successful, to get to where she wants to get to, and become triumphant in achieving her goals. She hopes and knows that she will continue to succeed, and that she will reach all of her goals as she continues moving forward. Thank you to everybody for listening, and especially for everyone that is here to honor all of our students. Thank you. Okay, with that, I'd like to introduce Mr. Graham Bennett once again.
Well, I get to close out the show today. Sally had to go do her business, which is important, so we can keep coming to Sizzler, that her business does well. Before I get into the minute for Maxwell, I just want to talk about the 4 students that I heard today. Chelsea from Paloma Valley, where's Chelsea at? You know, hearing about your strength to overcome a problem that you had at a younger age is a great way to look at how you can continue to grow. You learn more from failing than you do from winning all the time. You're self-motivated, thoughtful and kind, and you have a clear vision of where you want to go. Madison's right in front of me somewhere. Madison's way in the back from me. Being FFA president is a huge honor to have, and to be selected by your students and staff to have that honor is great. Leaving a legacy at Heritage. Somebody really smart came up with that legacy term. I'm not sure who that was. But that's a key at Heritage High School, the legacy of what we're doing over there. You know, you work to make others better, being part of Link Crew helps support those freshmen as they come in. That's very great attributes to have. Cassandra, there's Cassandra right in front of me. You know, going to Perris Lake High School I was really proud to hear how honest you were about saying you didn't want to go there, but Mr. Hauser does a great job of selling that program to the kids of what they're going to be able to do, what they're going to be able to accomplish, and you've taken advantage of that. and now you're ready to take that next step. But you know, hearing you talk about helping others and caring for others and doing those great things, that's kind of a universal theme of the 4 kids today, working with others and caring for others. Then Cecilia, being so heavily involved in the ag program, not only at Perris High School, I'm sorry, at Perris High School, but then also throughout the local communities and in the southern section throughout the state. Again, helping others, making a difference. Being VP, you were president last year, weren't you?
No, I was VP last year.
VP last year also, okay. But you hear a consistent theme of caring for others and helping support other kids. And what I like to call, that's the Perris way. How the Perris Junior High School District tries to work is we want to support our students, and you heard some great students today. That we had 4 great students here today. Those are just examples of what we have in our schools. That's the Perris way of doing things. You know, we had a major tragedy at Paloma Valley High School last Friday. We had a student that actually he passed away. They were doing some physical training and he collapsed and he passed away. And it was a terrible thing to have happen at any school or for kids and for that family. But the Perris way was everyone gathered together. Other schools are sending counselors over there to help the kids. They're sending over campus supervisors to help monitor the students. All the administrators within the district office were there to help support. That's the Perris way. We're a family and we take care of each other. I have my phone here. Sally always ends this show with what's called a minute from Maxwell. He's a motivational speaker. I'm going to play it, I hope.
Maxwell, because you know what it says to me? You want to get better. You want to pick up something today that will help you to be better. And here's what I learned a long time ago: that when you really want to separate the winners from the whiners, the greatest way to separate it is ask for commitment. And I found that winners will rise to the challenge and whiners will always leave the challenge. Because the challenge is what brings the best out of us. It doesn't mean that we always even meet that challenge, but it means that we are better because we tried. And we get stronger and better all the time. So I want to encourage you. You're already a winner. You watch Minute with Maxwell daily. But I want to encourage you today. Just do something, commit to something, strive for something perhaps that you've maybe kind of not gone for. Maybe you feel it's a little bit out of your range, out of your comfort zone. But today, why not just kind of give it a shot, give it a punch, and see if you can't go to that winner's level. I know you can. Thanks for being with Darren and me and all of our JMTers in Orlando.
So you heard what he talked about. That's exactly what we have here. We have 4 winners here today because they've persevered and they've pushed through. So congratulations to the students again. We have, if you notice that we have a video crew here. These are students from Paloma Valley High School who come and help videotape, not videotape anymore, it's digitally record. Showing my age there. They digitally record the event, and they make a CD, and then we'll send each student a CD so you can brag to your brothers and sisters as your, hey, I was student of the month, and let's watch the tape, or not watch the tape, watch the tape. Let's watch this again and see what was going on. I want to introduce the teacher from Paloma Valley High School that is in charge of video productions. It's Mr. Randy Hughes. Thank you, Mr. Hughes, for having the crew out here.
We used to do that.
We used to videotape, yes. We're both old, Randy. Then the video crew, I want to make sure we introduce those students that are here. Technical Director, Roxy Barnett. Where's Roxy at? Way back in the corner, you can just see a hand pop up. Thank you, Roxy. The audio engineer is Caleb Dutzman. Another hand up in the back. Video mixer is Landon Lomanik. I need to have the right a little better. Landon back there. Thank you, Landon. And then our camera operators. We have Jacob Davis. Where's Jacob? He's in the back. Thank you, Jacob. Aaron Adams, another camera operator. Where's that? Aaron over on this side. And Dylan Torres. I can get this one right. He's our other camera operator. So on behalf of Sally Myers and the Chamber of Commerce, we want to say thank you for being here this morning. Thank you to the parents for putting such great kids forward and allow us to show what the best of Perris is, and the Perris Union High School District, showing the Perris way. So I want to say thank you. Have a safe drive back to work or home or school, wherever you're going, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.